I don't know when we'll ever really get the full story from that. This just seems to be, even more than the industrial schools, more of a cloud over exactly what went on.
The Magdalen laundries in Ireland were started off in the 19th century as a philanthropic series of institutions that looked after women in need who were prostitutes or who were otherwise made poor and who needed respite care. And that's how they initially started in this country, and they were Catholic and Protestant philanthropic organisations. But we see a real change with the foundation of our state in 1922. And the Magdalen laundries after that date, we can see very clearly, become places where marginal women, vulnerable women, poor women, very poor women, are incarcerated by not only kind of the Catholic Church, but also even the state through various kind of instruments, the courts, mother and babies' homes, the health services, incarcerated women in these major institutions around the country, around the 26 counties. And those women worked as slaves.
The laundry in Galway is just down the road from my house. And you know, like your parents would tell you that's where it was, and they were called the Maggies, and I'd know that my granny used to bring her laundry to them.
The institutions were run by 4 different religious congregations of nuns, and once these women were committed into these institutions, it was extremely difficult to find your way out. The only way you could get out is if you were signed out by a male relative, and if you had a respectable position in which to go. We do see that some of these women got released into menial jobs working in kind of other sectors of the Catholic Church, either as housekeepers for priests if they were respectable enough, or cleaners in the hospitals that the Catholic orders ran, either here in Ireland or England or the States. So that seems to be the only way that women ever did get released, was to get into further servitude. But, at least they were getting some kind of pay and some more modicum of freedom. But the women who remained and died behind those horrible convent walls were in fact slaves. One of the major crimes, as far as I'm concerned, about the Magdalen laundries is that the 4 congregations, right up until the present day, refused to release any records. So we don't even have a census account of how many women we're talking about. And we can't accurately talk about the money that was made or the conditions that those women lived in and died in with any degree of accuracy, which is part of the, in many ways, that kind of denial of information by which we can make this knowledge evident and make it kind of part of what informs how we're going to make Ireland a better place in future. Part of that denial of that information, I think, is very symbolic of the entire corruption of the Magdalen laundry system.